Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel, Roseology. I pray that you all are doing well, staying safe and protected out there in these crazy times. Now, whether you are cross-watching or tuning in for yourself, I'm very, very happy and honored to have you here. This is the April forecast for Aries, and that is sun, moon, and rising. So I've casted some runes, I've pulled some cards for each sign, and I'm ready to get to it if you guys are. So for those of you that are not interested in the meditation, just go on ahead and fast forward about 20 to 30 seconds from now to just get straight to your reading. For those that want to do the meditation, get into a relaxed and quiet zone, channel your body, and we'll start that meditation in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Aries, welcome to your reading. So before getting to your tarot and then oracle cards, we are going to be starting off with some runes. And so the very first one here, the rune of transportation, change, harmony, teamwork, loyalty, trust, relationships, and mankind. This here is the rune of needs, friction, shadow, self-reliance, endurance, and survival. This is the rune of joy, comfort, and pleasure. This is the rune here of chariot, travel, journey, and evolution. This is the rune of mysteries, secrets, occult abilities, divination, luck, and primal law. This is the rune of God, ancestors, insight, communication, inspiration, and true vision. And this is the rune of physical strength, speed, untamed potential, primal creative force, gateway. The thing that I'm noticing is there's a lot of movement. It seems like there could be like a lot of travel with this rune here and this one. So it seems like there could be some sort of travel. Now, given the state of the world, maybe this isn't physical travel. This could sort of be like a transition of sorts. This could be a more of like a metaphorical sense of travel. So like I said, this could be like a transition, maybe a change in your like relationships, the dynamics, something like that. An evolution, you know? So I'm more so seeing evolution when it comes to travel. This could also be referring to traveling in the astral realms. So like as you sleep and things like that. So your dreams may be they may feel a lot more vivid and a lot more vibrant in the month of April. Now, just combining all your runes together, what I'm getting here is like you are evolving to a place where you are looking for people, relationships, and occupations that don't bring out your shadow or the low vibrational sides of yourself. Your priorities are also changing as you are growing closer and closer to your highest version and really tapping into your own passions, your potential, the things that you want to do, the things that you're truly interested in. So it's like, it's almost as if it's like you've discovered something that kind of feels very good for you and very good to you. And because of that, it's like you just have a lot less tolerance for the bullshit for the month of April. So let's go on ahead and check out you guys' tarot cards here to get a more in-depth look at the energy that you're going to be dealing with for this April, okay? The very first card that we have here is the Six of Pentacles. Strength, and the Seven of Wands. All right. One word that's really coming through for my Aries for the month of April is boundaries. You are literally starting to ration out parts of yourself this April with the Six of Pentacles right here. And as you can see, it just seems like each of these cards just seems like, don't cross me, don't cross this line. If I told you something one time, I meant it. Like I said what I said is coming through with the Seven of Wands right here. And with the Strength card, this is like, the Strength card is coming through is like, don't fuck with me. Like, don't cross me. Do not cross this boundary. Do not cross this line. And the Six of Pentacles here is like, I'm going to give you what I see fit. I'm going to give you what I say is enough. The Six of Pentacles here is really speaking to me as like, it's my world and I decide what you are in it. And it's not that you're doing this in a mean way, but you're doing this in a way where it's just like, I feel like for some of my Aries, the last few months may have been just like unnecessarily stressful or chaotic, especially in terms of like your relationships maybe. And I feel like my Aries, you guys have been trying to kind of lay down some boundaries and some laws basically in your relationships or with people or with your work, maybe things like that. But it's just like it doesn't stick for whatever reason. So I see like the less it sticks, the harder you go at really trying to create these perimeters almost in your life, these areas of territory where it's like, this is my area, don't come over here, or this is my area, this is how I like things done, you know? Like you're making your demands very much known. So you're not jumping headfirst into situations without really knowing what you want and need. And this really comes from you knowing yourself. So many of my Aries have been really doing a lot of internal work to the point where it's like you're very aware of who you are, you know who you are. So, and anytime that we know who we are and we are aware of that, we know exactly what we need and want. We know exactly what our triggers are. We know what makes us want to react like the Seven of Wands when we know ourselves, when we have taken a brutally honest look at ourselves, right? So that's where I feel like you're at. And that's what you're learning or exercising this April. You are exercising your right and ability to pick and choose what and who is in your life. There may be some tough conversations this April where you have to tell people, I don't like this, or I do need that. You may feel as though you have to defend yourself, your character, or your choices this April because people may misconstrue what you're saying. So there's this feeling here of being a little defensive. You may have recently pulled back from someone or a couple of people in your life, and this could have been because of an argument or disagreement or because of work. Maybe your priorities have shifted and there's someone or a couple of people that are feeling some type of way about not being as involved in your life, about not feeling as close to you, about not knowing every little bit of your personal life, basically. Like they want to know every little thing. What I'm picking up here is like, if you don't tell them every little thing and every little detail, if you don't really let them in on the personal stuff, that's when they get a little offended and they feel like, well, why are you putting up these walls? Why are you trying to keep me out? Why are you pulling away? You know, they take it personally whenever you sort of start to do things for yourself. It seems like it's like they want a certain amount of you, or they want all of you, not just these bits and pieces of you that you're giving out with the Six of Pentacles here. But at this point, this is all you can give, is the Six of Pentacles right here. And it's not enough for someone or a group of people, a situation, a work, you know, a job, something like that. There is some sort of issue where it's like, that's not enough. What you're giving me is not enough in the month of April. With your ruling planet Mars being exalted in the sign of Capricorn at the start of Aries season, this is sort of almost like lit a fire in you where you feel really motivated and excited about a certain goal, idea, project, the future, a relationship, a job. There's something that you started to focus on and someone around you is almost jealous of that. But this person doesn't know how to express this anger or sadness. So instead they attack certain aspects of you and your life or the projects that you're working on. Where your focus is where this person ends up focusing their anger. Okay, so it's like, if you have something that you're really excited about, don't be shocked if this person is sort of throwing stones at it, because they're feeling a bit jealous. Like, you know, they're feeling like you have this brand new shiny toy and you don't have any time for them anymore. You got this new thing in your life, very many of you do, and the people in your life, somebody in your life or a few people just aren't feeling as excited about it as you are, because it feels as though it's taking from them. Okay. It's interesting, right? How it's like you do something for yourself, but because you're doing something for yourself, people in your life are taking it as though like, why are you taking from me? It's like, I'm not taking from you, I'm giving to myself. And hey, you know, and then we have here the Judgment card in reverse. Okay. You're going to be feeling very either or this April, where it's like anyone that judges, attacks, or criticizes your decisions, you either immediately cut them off or you choose to overlook it and try to move on. But you end up sort of storing what they said or did, and it just sits. It just sits inside of you, festering. And yeah, we even have the Strength card here. Yeah, so this is again a choice of, do I go off in rage or do I let it go and act a little bit more civilized? Whoever this may be, they know really how to push your buttons. They know what they are saying and how they are saying it, but then they play coy as if they didn't mean it, when you and them both know they meant it. They meant what they said or they meant what they did. So this leaves you in a precarious position where it's like, if you go off, they make you look like an unhinged or unstable person because they get to hide behind the fact of saying that, hey, I didn't mean it that way, or I was joking, or some sort of lame ass excuse. But like I said, they're actually upset about something else. Whatever they tell you they're upset about, just know that that's a decoy issue. Okay. It's a huge decoy for what they're actually pissed off about. The Seven of Wands comes directly after the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is the card of victory, triumph. You made it, success, right? And then the Seven of Wands comes directly after victory, comes directly after triumph and success. Why is that? Because people are attacking him because they are jealous, they're envious of what he has, and they want what it is that he has, what he's procured. So he ends up having to defend everything it is that he's worked for, right? So with the Seven of Wands here, it's like, I feel like a lot of you are defending this new person that you are evolving into. I feel like I was saying earlier, I feel like very many of my Aries have done a lot of internal work, and you're trying to almost defend the person that you have evolved into. You're trying to defend the work that you've done. You're trying to protect the work that you've put in thus far. And it's like, you're having a really difficult time trying to avoid these triggers because they are a little bit triggering to you for the month of April. And then we have here the Six of Swords in reverse, the Hanged Man, the Ace of Cups in reverse, and underneath the deck we have the Empress card. Okay. There's an issue here of acceptance this April, just accepting how this person is or how they choose to express themselves. You really want them to see your true intentions. You want them to know and believe that there's no malice on your end. You're trying to get to a place where you can all move forward, but in a productive way with this Empress card over here. But there's a part of you mentally that's telling you, or you're telling yourself, not to walk away and to help them see the truth of the situation. But Aries, this is not your cup to fill. That's why the Ace of Cups is in reverse. Everyone has their own cup that they're responsible for. We all have to be able to give ourselves enough love, support, and awareness to live a fulfilled and complete life. So there's a realization that needs to happen where you can recognize the fact that this person needs you or uses you to fill their cup because they don't do it on their own for whatever reason. You have to accept people for who they are and how they are. Sometimes when we are fighting for something or fighting someone, we're not actually fighting whatever the issue is. There's usually a deeper issue, and whatever we're attacking, we're usually just attacking the surface, the tipping point. We're never actually usually attacking the source, the origin of the problem, And that's the thing here is you really want to get to the origin of the problem. Six of Swords in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse. You want to attack the origin, not necessarily the symptom. That's the most important thing here because this is stemming from something. There's some sort of root here, right? So if there's a dynamic in your life that seems hopeless or helpless, you might want to wait to tackle this issue until after April when you might have more time and energy on your hands. But this month of April is all about setting firm boundaries with a lot of different people in your life. That the way you don't feel the need to defend yourself every time someone has a warped view of who you are or what you mean. This month is going to really help solidify your ego. And your ego is just the way that we identify who you are, how you see yourself with this Strength card here. Because the Strength card is the card of Leo. Leo represents the ego because it is ruled by the sun. So this is all about that Leo, that fellow Leo energy, where it's like, you don't have to defend your ego. If you are who you say you are, who you think you are, let them say whatever the hell they want to say. He wouldn't have to defend his victory and his success if his victory and success was so firm, if it was solid, if it was true. Nothing real can be threatened, right? So if his success is as real as he thinks it is, there's actually nothing they can do. They could set fire to his success. They could do and say whatever they wanted to, and it wouldn't affect not one bit of his success. So we have to really ask ourselves in the Six of Wands, did he really achieve anything? Or is it more so of his ego that feels exalted? Okay, so let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards here to see what else it is that we're seeing for your month of April. We're going to start with these ones first, okay? The very first card that we have here is 10th house, the world. And this is in reverse. I'm going to put it down upright. That way I can fit all these cards on the table here. But 10th house, the world in reverse. I'm picking up your focus. Keep your focus on your goal, okay? Keep your focus on your goal. With this card being in reverse, this is saying that you may be a little distracted. You may be a little distracted by the Seven of Wands here, because whatever it is that many of you have discovered recently, there's a lot of benefits that you can get from that. There's a lot that you can create from that. We have the Empress card here. This is really all about creation. I believe even your runes alluded to something like building something, right? I know we got joy, comfort, pleasure, change, harmony, things like that. I know, and we got, this one here is potential. It's all about untapped potential. And then we also have the rune of evolution too. So you're really able to evolve whatever this is that you're really excited about. So don't get distracted by this little stuff here. Pisces, I believe. So you may be dealing with the Pisces. But as well as though too, what I'm picking up with that is, again, like I was saying with the Seven of Wands, like, what do you believe? If you feel like you have to defend yourself, then you might believe a little bit of what these people are saying, you know? And that's the thing that you have to really look at is, and this reading sounds very similar to, I forget which sign it was. One of these signs had a very similar reading to yours where it's like, don't defend yourself against them because, but with your reading, this seems more so like it's coming from family or it's coming from someone that you really know, or that you've known a long time. So it hits a bit different versus like a stranger saying it, right? The Pisces, I believe card is telling me like, you need to believe in who you are. You have evolved into this new person, right? You need to believe in who you are. Don't allow them to pull you off the wagon. You know, because you're going to have to jump back up there again, and don't allow them to pull you off the wagon where it's like you forget all the lessons that you've learned. You forget everything you've learned. You forget where you're at now versus back then. Don't allow them to make you forget that. Okay. Because they're feeling, whoever this is, they're feeling very left in the background. They're feeling like you're kind of moving on to bigger and better things. So they're having this really weird adverse reaction. Like they're having these weird side effects to you trying to make something for yourself, you know, something that you truly enjoy. We have here Aries, I am in reverse. This card has been popping up a lot for each sign. Very funny to me how I feel like even the cards know what seasons we're in, right? But so with the Aries card here, and it was in reverse, you might be feeling a bit out of sorts with the Strength card here. You might be kind of feeling like, do I want to go full on Aries mode, or do I kind of want to chill out and be a little bit more civilized? You may as well be dealing with another Aries, right? So Aries and Pisces energy, they couldn't be different. Pisces comes before Aries does. Well, Aries is actually the first sign of the zodiac and Pisces is the last. So for me, I'm kind of picking up like this energy of, do I want to be a bit more understanding and really try to heal this issue? Or do I want to Aries like ram my way through this? You know, so it's kind of like there's this decision that you have to make of, do I want to be the lion or do I want to be the civilized human? How do I want to handle this basically? You know what you need to do. You know how you need to handle this. We have here Uranus, genius. So you may be dealing with a Aquarius as well. And this was in reverse. So Uranus, genius is Uranus is a planet of disruption, as well as Uranus is a planet of individuality. Uranus is the planet that loves to do things his own way on his own time. So Uranus is almost very defiant. And he could care less who he pisses off. So I think you need to adopt a little bit more of that Uranus energy where it's like, you know what? This is who I am. If you don't like it, if you feel like in some way, shape, or form that me evolving and getting better is hurting you or taking away from you in some way, then you're just going to have to feel that way. But I have found my peace. So you might almost have to go Uranus mode where it's like, you know, I can't really care how this is affecting you or what this really does. As well as Uranus genius is giving me the other sense too, that a lot of you are going to be having some really, really good ideas that come to you this month of April. Uranus is an innovator, a trailblazer, a revolutionary, a pioneer. Uranus is the planet, the energy that brings this fresh energy, fresh ideas, because he's so divergent. He really separates himself from the pack. That the way he can really be unique, different, and stand out. So as well as like I was saying, this person may feel like you're sort of pulling away from them. You're in your Uranus energy for the month of April, where you're really trying to discover yourself, who you are, and what it is that you enjoy. And you're really working between these things right now. So you've got a lot going on internally, and whoever this is, they are so wrapped up in themselves and in their own insecurities that they can't realize that. They can't realize that this isn't about them. Or maybe they do realize the fact that it's not about them, and that might be the main thing that pisses them off, but a lot of really good ideas coming to you. As well as technology, you might want to watch your technology this month, like your computers, phones, things like that. Okay, we have here Libra, I balance. Exactly. So, and it's in reverse. So yeah, this is you might be struggling this month with like, is this wrong? Is this right? You may be feeling a little bit insecure because of what this person is saying, but you have to realize that they're saying this because of their own insecurities. This is nothing for you to be insecure about. You've come too far and you've evolved too much as a person, So it's like, you be proud. Leo, strength card here. Be proud of who you have evolved into. Be proud of that. As well as you may be dealing with a Libra, okay? So Libra, Aries, Pisces, Capricorn you could be dealing with, Aquarius you could be dealing with. Realize that you have found a beautiful balance, or that you are sort of establishing a beautiful balance in your life where you feel very complete and you feel whole, you feel fulfilled, you feel good, So don't let anything take you off this course, because you're tweaking little things right now, and you're getting to this place where it's like, this feels really good for me. This feels like a really good groove that I want to be in. I'm feeling inspired. I'm feeling hopeful. I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling really good. So you're on your way to that in the month of April. Do not allow this person or situation to take you away from that. Then we have here, 9th house, faith. And it was in reverse. So we're going to flip it around, and it sounds a lot like this Pisces I believe card, right? So this is all about you having faith in where you're going, who you are now, and what you are doing. Have faith in your own evolution. Know that you are no longer the person that you used to be. No matter what this other person or party is saying, have faith in who you are now. Right now, even if you just decided 5 minutes ago, I'm going to change my life, or I'm going to change this, or I'm going to do that, that's fine. Then you decided it 5 minutes ago, and whatever you say your reality is, that's what it is. And that might sound a little narcissistic, whatever, It's like, at the same time, it's not narcissistic. That is just you being in alignment with what you want and who you are and where you're trying to get to, or where you're trying to go. So have faith in where you're trying to go, okay? 9th house. This is Sagittarius. So yeah, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, as well as this is Jupiter energy. So you may be feeling a bit shaky, or this person may make you second guess, like, am I really changing? Am I really different? Don't allow them to make you question that part of yourself, because I can tell for sure that you're heading somewhere. They can tell for sure that you're heading somewhere, and they might feel a little threatened by it. We have here Green Tara, salvation. Yeah, so the thing that I'm picking up here is you may feel like you need some extra support, okay? So you can reach out to Green Tara. You can reach out to friends, family members, people that actually really, truly support you. Even if it's like an app, or it's like a support group online, reach out somewhere where it's like you're going to get actual real support, because you're still evolving. Like I said, you're kind of tweaking little things here and there, whether you are evolving as a person or you're evolving some sort of project, an idea, a job, whatever the case. You're sort of kind of new, starting out with something. And so it's like you really do need all the support you can get. And so, you can reach out to Green Tara. So yeah, let's do your health cards, okay? The very first one that we have is children, and it was in reverse. And it says here, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me to help children. You could be dealing with like somebody who's the parent of your child. This could be the issue that you're having. It could as well feel like you're dealing with somebody that's just extremely immature. as well as if there are kids around you, maybe spend some time with them. They may actually help sort of lift your spirits, because this is your health card. So they may actually help kind of lift your spirits, the way that kids are just so youthful and carefree and high energy, you know. And then we have here consult a nutritionist. So watch your diet for the month of April, Aries. Dear Archangel Raphael, I turn my eating over to you and ask you to guide me to foods and beverages that taste good, are fulfilling, and support my ideal health and weight. And then we have here, oh, it says, yeah, see, diet is important here. So be very careful with your diet, what you're eating. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to make positive eating and drinking choices, and for reducing or eliminating my cravings for unhealthful substances. So definitely watch your diet for sure, for that to come up a couple times, okay? Let's do the romance cards next, and we have here religious factors. And it says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. I don't know why, but what I'm also getting with that card is like you may be dealing with somebody in your romantic life, if you're in a relationship, that seems very stubborn, like they don't want to let something go. Okay, so I don't know why I'm picking that up. Oh yeah, and then we also have ninth house faith and Pisces, I believe. So it seems like there could be some sort of issues for those of you in relationships or dating, where it's like what you believe in, and not necessarily with just like even religion. It might be religion for some of you, but I feel like it's like a very broad sort of concept or term of like what you believe in, you know, what you subscribe to. Okay, and then we have forgiving and learning. It was in reverse. And it says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Okay. And it was in reverse, like I said. So some of you may be trying to forgive an ex. This might be whoever this sort of problematic person is. This might be them. They might be the issue. It might be an ex. That's what it seems like here. And it seems like they just don't want to forget who you used to be, and they don't want you to forget who you used to be. But it's like, you know, it's time to move on. It's time to move forward. It's time to move into the future. And like I said, even if you just made that decision 5 minutes ago to be a different person, that's your reality. And that's what speaks to you, you know? So try not to feel too influenced by this other person's opinions. Okay? Some of you are actually moving into alignment with who you're supposed to be with this Libra I balance card over here. Some of you are actually separating or breaking up, kind of leaving people's lives that don't necessarily support this new you. For some of you, that was a romantic partner, and now you're coming into more so of an alignment with maybe this new energy. And so there may be some of my Aries may be meeting somebody new in the month of April, possibly, or maybe even getting into a relationship with someone from the past. Maybe you might end up thinking of someone from your past, something like that. But I just see you kind of moving into a dynamic in relationships where it's like, you get me, you hear me, you get me, where it's a lot more peaceful, it's a lot easier. And where these dynamics and these relationships, they allow you to grow, and they allow you to have freedom so you can grow. They allow you to go out and explore. They allow you to express who you truly are. They allow you to grow into yourself. I just see you coming into alignment or moving into alignment towards people and relationships like that. And then the very final card that we have here is Oracle of Chaldea. You guys know that I can never pronounce these, and I'm so sorry. You guys, I always like depend on you guys in the comments to sort of correct me, and I'm like, okay, well, gotta write that down. So give me a second, you guys, because I'm gonna actually read the paragraph for this in the book. Okay, it says here, continue on your healing journey with enthusiasm, but without forcing things to happen more quickly than feels natural. Exactly, you guys, okay, don't force anything to happen. Like I was saying with the Strength card and the Judgment down here and the Hanged Man, don't force this. You don't have to force anything that you feel is true. Whatever is true to you is true, okay? Sometimes the body will be ready to let go whilst the mind is still holding on. At other times, the mind may need to be patient as the body processes an experience. Trust in your own timing and rhythm. There's no need to be impatient or to judge yourself. Exactly. Don't judge yourself. It's fine. You are summoning the spiritual fortitude to tackle an issue which has previously held you back. When the time is right, the healing shall happen more easily than if you try to push forward prematurely. Wow, things are going to work out. Be positive. Okay, so exactly. It's just going to take some time for everybody to sort of adjust to this like new you, you know, and this new direction that you want to move in. Maybe you just recently decided to leave college, enroll into college, leave a job, get a job. You know, it might be something that you just sort of changed up as well. It might not necessarily be internal work for you. No, that is internal work. In my opinion, this is internal work. However you choose to slice it up, this is internal work for my Aries. So just be patient with yourself and be patient with the people around you. And if anyone's giving you a hard time, an unnecessarily difficult time, then just kind of distance yourself for the time being until you're ready to sort of deal with that again. Okay. So this is all that I'm seeing for my Aries. Thank you guys so much for watching. I pray this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. I want to take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit for these messages today. Hope you all come back to visit sometime soon. But until next time, you guys stay safe and blessed and keep conquering the world. Bye now.